Hi everybody, my name's Skype and welcome back to Emerald Pass. In our last episode, we built our first farm and expanded our residential area. Off camera, I did a little bit of detailing. I built a bit of a park over by our water pumping station just to try to make it look a bit nicer over there. Still need to do a bit more detailing. I also did a little bit of detailing around our high school. And I finished filling in the rest of our grid pattern with the zones that we had discussed before. On this episode, I would like to build another residential area up by that winding stream, and I would like to build our first ore industry. So without anything further, let's jump right into it. Okay, so jumping right in, just to go over what I did off camera, I put in this little park over here by our water pumping station. It just has a little park here, some picnic tables, some food trucks, and all that does is help offset the negative effects of having the water pumping station in a residential area. So hopefully that will help upgrade some of these other buildings, or some of these other houses rather. I also did some detailing around our high school. So I just put in some hedges around it rather than a fence, and some trees and some ground cover just to give the school a bit of a yard at the back. And then I finished filling in some of our remaining grid squares around here. So this neighborhood is now finished. Oh, also our central park upgraded to level 3. So we have some gazebos that we can drop in here. Maybe we'll start with that actually, yeah. So let's throw in a few because we need to get our entertainment level up to 720. So let's see what we can add to do that. Like I said, we just got some gazebos, so maybe I'll add a couple of these. These are nice looking things. Yeah, maybe one more in here. Cool. And what else can we add? We've got everything else, but maybe we can add some small little details to help. Maybe some more flowers, or maybe a couple of food trucks or something. Maybe we'll put a nice little food stall on this corner. And maybe some flowers along the back. So we still have a ways to go before this will upgrade, but I think for now that's okay. We'll just leave that for a little bit. I'm just going to go ahead and paint a district over top of this neighborhood. We don't have a name for it yet, so I'm just going to leave it the default for now. If you have a name suggestion, leave it in the comments, and we will come back and rename it later if we get any good suggestions. So we'll just finish this. The reason why I like to paint districts over everything is that once we introduce public transit, it will help with naming our public transit. And then today we're going to expand our residential just a little bit along this winding river, not very much, but I'd like to apply a different theme to it, a different style. So I'm just going to paint this area as well. And I don't want it to be too big. There we go. I'll just jump in here. I'll leave it the same name, but if you have any suggestions, leave them in the comments. And we will jump into here, enable theme management. And I'm going to go with the American Eclectic neighborhood theme up here. And now let's go about building our road network. So there we go. There's a just basic road network for us to start with. It's very inefficient, but it is sort of like just a winding kind of sprawling suburb. So that's the effect that I'm going for. I'm just going to expand our water network to cover it. And then we're going to put in some services. So I'm going to start with a couple of parks. We have this big space here, so we can actually go with a large park in here. And then we may end up needing to add in a school over here. We'll just have to keep an eye on that. I suspect we will. High school will probably be okay once that has time to absorb, but we may need to add another elementary school. We'll just have to keep an eye on that for now. So I'm just going to go ahead now and start zoning in here. Okay, so we'll just leave that to fill in a little bit, and we'll come over here, check on our farm. How are we doing? We are doing okay. We need a few more workers, but the new residential we just built should help with that. And then I'd like to start working on our ore area, which is going to be over here. We've already got a highway system, interchange system here, so that will be helpful. So let's go ahead and grab this 4-lane road. Come on out. I like to use these 4-lane roads a lot, you will notice. And these are from the Network Extensions 2 pack. So if you don't have network extensions, you will need it for that road. And then I think we'll go with the industrial one-way roads again. And I'm just going to come off of here one way. Now let's paint our industrial area. So you'll notice that our industrial area doesn't actually cover like a ton of the ore area. Like the ore is over here, but our industrial area comes all the way over here. And that's because there's a lot of buildings that need to be in an industrial area, but don't actually need access to the resource. The only thing that needs access to the resource will be your extractor buildings. So like any of our production buildings or warehouses don't actually need to be on this fertile area. So now let's hop into here and let's place our ore industry main building. Excellent, and now we can start with a small ore mine. I'm gonna put these on the inside, and I'm just gonna start with 3 of those. And then we're gonna need an ore grinding mill. This needs to be in the industrial area, but it doesn't need to actually have access to the ore itself. So I'm going to put that over here. And then I'm going to just put in some storage facilities. That's the only one we have yet. And the reason we put those storage facilities in there is that we want the trucks from here. The trucks in industry areas in this game only deliver, they don't fetch. So the trucks from these quarries, these mines, are going to deliver their product, hopefully, to this storage facility. And then the trucks from this storage facility are going to deliver to this refining facility, this grinding mill. And that just keeps our trucks moving nice and quickly so that we don't have a buildup of supplies anywhere. Just expand our water network over, and then we're going to need to expand. We're going to need to get some electricity over here. So I'm just going to pull it across right here. Okay, so let's come back over to our new neighborhood that we started building. You'll see that these are in a perpetual state of construction. That's because this building theme, this theme that I'm using for this neighborhood, doesn't have level 1 buildings. So we have to wait for this to upgrade. Once it upgrades, then it will start looking like a house. So it's going to stay like this little trailer, this little construction site trailer until we are able to upgrade. So everyone is telling me that they need more education before they can upgrade. So let's go back and take a look at our education again. We have enough capacity, but our buildings over here might be a bit far. So maybe we'll just drop in a new school. What do we want? This kind, or do we want my Toronto Elementary School, which is kind of a large footprint, but we have the space for it over here. Would have been nice right there. Maybe over here. That would work. But maybe we should. What do you think? What do you think? I want everyone to have good access to it. Maybe right there, actually. And then you know what we're going to do? We're going to come in and put some paths in to connect these neighborhoods so that you don't have to walk all the way around to get over here. Okay, so now that we have this school in here with only 4 students at the moment, these should start to upgrade very shortly. They have everything they need. I think we only have 1 fire station. Let me just look at our fire coverage. Yeah, so maybe I'll add a new fire station over here. And that might help a little bit. Oh, are we upgrading? Maybe we're upgrading sort of to the next construction looking house. Yeah, so I guess we have to wait till level 3 before we're going to get what we're looking for. That's okay. Looks like a new subdivision. Very American looking. So let's continue expanding. So this house here, these houses over here are on their way up. Hopefully soon we would have an actual house instead of a construction site. But I do think the construction sites look kind of cool actually. So I think that's going to be it for this episode. Off camera, I'll just finish zoning in over here. And hopefully soon these will start expanding. They're all saying education. That's just going to take time. Now that we've put in a school, people will go here. They will get out. They will get educated. These will upgrade. It's just going to take a little bit of time for that to happen. And these buildings, I think they stay looking like construction, maybe all the way up until they reach level 5. So that is going to take some time. I don't think that we need to put a high school over here. We'll just have to monitor it. We have high school over here. It's only at almost half capacity, but it's also about proximity. So it is kind of far. So we might need to put something over here. I'll just keep an eye on it and see what happens. Our quarries is doing okay. We have the capacity for enough workers that we will reach the next level. We just have to wait for that to fill up. I'm a little bit surprised our farm didn't reach the next level. We're having some trouble getting workers. And you can see we have a very high residential demand. So I'll just continue zoning in over here and we'll see if we can upgrade those. We might be able to just speed things along a little bit if we do add in a high school, so maybe I will. The Toronto High School is a very large footprint, as we know, but I do have the space on this side, so maybe we can put it over here. I might just add in some of these other health buildings now that we have a little bit of cash. So there's a child health center and there's an elder care center. I'll just drop in maybe a child health center over here. Maybe over here. Let's see how that does. If that makes people happy. I'm really just trying to force some upgrades in here so we can see what these houses will actually look like. But I don't think that we're going to get there in this episode. So for now, this will just stay a pile of construction sites. But don't worry, that's just the way it looks. They do function as regular households. So as you can see, there's 3 households living here. They just look like construction zones. But we'll see what they actually look like when they finish upgrading, hopefully in the next episode. And we still have a lot of residential demand, so looks like we'll be taking care of that next episode as well. That is going to do it for me today. We built our first quarry. It's in a good position to upgrade. We're just going to have to wait until we have enough workers for it. We built a new neighborhood. It doesn't look the prettiest right now, but hopefully in our next episode, those houses will have upgraded enough that we will be able to see what they actually look like. Built a couple of new schools, a new childcare health facility, and we started to take a look at traffic a little bit. We're still doing okay because we're over 80%, but now that we have industrial areas, that's something we're going to have to keep an eye on. So that's going to do it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you liked this video, please remember to click like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Thank you very much.